blessed good morning to one and all. I will do a video of the Cathedral, which is in Bridgetown. Starting from the entrance to the Constitution River with taxi and minibus terminal right here. The entrance to the Constitution River with taxi and minibus terminal here in Bridgetown. I'm looking toward the Queen's Park North Gate here, which is known as the Nelson Gate. And this is the entrance to the bus terminal, Constitution River with taxi and minibus terminal right here. Now going through Church Village Green in Bridgetown. This is the pond here. Going through Church Village Green. So I'm in the heart of Bridgetown once again. And I'm going to do a video of the Cathedral Church of St. Michael and Our Angels, which is right here. So once upon a time, this was a village where people used to live. But then, I can't remember what year exactly, that they pushed down the houses and relocated the residents to other various locations. And then they beautified the park to make it what it is now. So this is all in Bridgetown. This is the Central Bank of Barbados. Before me, the Central Bank of Barbados. Otherwise referred to as the Tom Adams Financial Center. And this is the church. So this is the Central Bank here. Central Bank of Barbados. This is otherwise referred to as the Tom Adams Financial Center. The cathedral here. Oh, this is the Central Bank parking space. So the Central Bank. You find Collymore Hall where they have musical concerts, especially at Christmas and Independence Day. And Courtney Blackman Grand Salle, which is the place where they have all the exhibitions at Independence and crop over as well. So this is the Central Bank here. So I will walk through and show you guys the cathedral. Central Bank here. So this is also a property of the Central Bank. This building here is a property of the Central Bank, which was the original site for the Harrison's College School, Harrison's Free School, which was once the Harrison's College School was established in 1733. So the Tom Adams Financial Center here, the Central Bank. So the Harrison School was established in 1733 at this location here. And then it later became the Masonic Lodge. And now it is a property of the Central Bank. Name exchange, a place of mystery and discovery. Spice Street here. This is a mini taxi stand. You can see the popular discount supermarket. And you can see the Barbados Homeless and Vagrant Society right here. All Robert Street here. So this exchange here. 1733 as the Harrison's Free School. Harrison School was here first, and it later became the Masonic Lodge. The lodge used to be here, and when the lodge was here, the cathedral used to keep the Sunday school classes in here. Now it's the property of the Central Bank. Osprey Street over here where the car park is. Cathedral of St. Michael's and Our Angels. And this is the churchyard here, the cemetery. As I said before, they don't bury people in here anymore, except it is a by grave. One thing about this church, it is always open for public viewing. This is a historic church. Sacred to the memory of Sergeant Major Archibald Johnston of the 2nd Order of Queen's Regiment of Foot, who, after faithfully and honorably serving his king and country for the space of 18 years with his regiment in the campaigns of Portugal, Spain, and France, under his grace, the Duke of Wellington, discharging his duties with advantage to the service and credit to himself, died after a short illness at St. Anne's Barracks in Barbados on the 14th of September 1816 at the age of 36. I'm going to show you this to the glory of God and to mark the bicentenary of the arrival of the Bishop William Hart Coleridge, first Bishop of Barbados and the Leeward Islands, to the St. Michael Parish Church on the 29th of January 1825, dated the 29th of January 2025. Cathedral here. I am inside of the church now. The baptismal font here. So under our feet are some graves as well. Under our feet are some gravestones. So this is an Anglican church, the head Anglican church in Barbados. So this is the organ pipes here. This is supposed to be the largest organ in the Americas and in the Caribbean. And in Barbados as well. Always in the church. So the choir sits up here. All the breeze blowing in here now. This is the organ here, with the keyboard here, where the organ is played from. This is a J. Walker and Sons pipe organ. It was dated back to 1921. It was refurbished in 1974 and again in 1988. Under our feet is a tombstone as well. So this is the keyboard here, and the pipes, the sound is transmitted to the pipes. In memorial to Gerald Hudson. Born October 13, 1897, in Lancashire, England. Organist and choir master of this cathedral of St. Michael and Archangels from 1921 to 1974. Organist emeritus, 1974 to 1975. Died January 15, 1975. This tablet is erected in his memory by his appetite for choristers. This is the choir stall here, and the bishop's throne and so on is here. The choir stalls here. So this is all the capital city of Bridgetown. The cathedral is situated in the heart of the city. I'll show you guys the south gate, which is to St. Michael's Road. And then I will come back and show you guys the different tombs in the churchyard. The traffic in town this morning is horrific. Here, let's take the center right here. Back up to St. Michael's Road again. Back downtown. So I'm about in the church right now. As I said before, they don't bury people in here anymore, except it is a boy grave. The graves in here are very ancient, and the cemetery is filled. So they have to bury the people in the cemetery now, at Westbury Cemetery or any other cemetery, but not in this churchyard. This is the grave of one of our national heroes, who was also a Governor General, Sir Hugh Worrell Springer. He was the Governor General. He was born the 24th of June 1913 and died the 14th of April 1994. Governor General of Barbados from February 24th, 1984 to April 30th, 1990. His wife Dorothy B. Lady Springer is also buried here. So Sir Hugh Springer is one of our national heroes. Here in memory of His Excellency Major General Sir Evan J. Murray McGregor, Baronet, Chief of the Clan Gregor, Governor of Antigua from 1832, Governor in Command of Chief in the Leeward Islands from 1833 to 1836, and Governor of Barbados from 1836 to 1841. Died in 1841, buried in this cathedral in the vault of Alexander Irving, founder of Freemasonry in this island. This tablet is placed by the Clan Gregor Society. Well, I will show you the grave of another national hero, another Governor General, Sir Dayton Ward. Yeah, I'm in the Cathedral Church. You already know. grave here of another Governor General, Sir Dayton Harcourt Lyle Ward, who was the governor of Barbados, born the 16th of May 1909 and died the 9th of January 1984. He was the Governor General of Barbados from 1976, the 17th of November 1976 to January 1984 when he died. His wife Dorothy Lady Ward is also laid to rest here in fame as well. So Harcourt, Dayton Harcourt Lyle Ward, another Governor General from 1976 to 1984. In memory of His Excellency Harry Scott Newlands, Chief Commissioner of Ashanti from 1930 to 1932, Governor of the island of Barbados. He assumed the government on the 21st day of January 1933 and died on the 12th of March 1933. Beneath this stone are the remains of Mistress Dorothy Frere Moore, wife of Edward Henry Moore and daughter of the late Colonel Willoughby Esquire. She departed this life on the 6th of July 1819 at the age of 32 years and was placed by the side of her eldest son Francis Henry, who died the 15th of November 1816, aged 10 years. She was adorned with indescribable gifts of piety and Christian virtue. She left a disconsolate husband and 9 mourning children to lament the lost, fearful and affectionate wife and kind, tender mother. We don't read anymore at the moment. Just back inside this sacred place. Once again, another day. So this is a historic church. So Dayton Harcourt Lyle Ward, on 1909 and died in 1984. Governor General of Barbados from 1976 to 1984. He walked with dignity, of true humility, respected and beloved in life and mourned by all in death. This tablet is erected by his widow and children in loving memory of him. The Cathedral of St. Michael's and Archangels. The history of the church here. As I said before, they do not bury people in this cemetery anymore. Except it is a by grave. The cemetery is too filled now. Back at the central bank over here. So this is the heart of town. The heart of Bridgetown. The last person that got buried in this cemetery would have been the late Dean Harold Critchlow, the long-standing dean of this cathedral from 1972 until he retired in 2000. grave of Lady Gilbert Carter, who was responsible for the layout of Queen's Park over here. She is buried here. And her husband, Thomas Gilbert Carter, Thomas Gilbert Carter, Knight Commander of the Most Distinguished Order of St. Michael and St. George, born in Topsham, Devon in 1848. He entered the Royal Navy in 1864, became Treasurer of the Gold Coast in 1879, Administrator of the Gambia in 1888, and of Lagos in 1890, and of the Bahamas in 1898, and of Barbados in 1904, which island he so loved that he returned to make his home when his official career was over, then on the 19th of January 1927 at Elara Court. So Grantley Adams, another national hero. He was the father of Tom Adams, Barbados' second prime minister, was laid to rest over here. So Grantley Adams was the leader of the government and premier of Barbados from 1946 to 1958, and prime minister of the West Indies from 1958 to 1962. Grantley Adams is the one who founded the Barbados Labour Party on the 31st of March 1938. And he was the one who invented the Bridgetown port and the water harbor. Next to back here again. Grantley Adams is Tom Adams' father. Before I go over there, the garden, the family grave, the grave of Lady Brett, the grave of Sir Sidney Lancelot Martin, born in Jamaica in 1918 and died in 1991. He was the Pro Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies from 1965 to 1983, and Principal of the University of the West Indies Cathedral campus from 1964 to 1983. And his wife, Lady Brett Martin, is also buried here. So Sir Sidney Lancelot Martin was born in Jamaica. He was a Jamaican lecturer here at university here in Barbados. The grave of Tom Adams, no, John Michael Jeffrey Manningham Adams, but he goes by the name of Tom Adams. He was Barbados' second prime minister from 1976 to 1985, and he was the one who invented the ABC Highway. He was a man of a visionary and a no-nonsense prime minister. He was the one who founded the Central Bank here, and he also founded the Spring Garden Highway, now the Mighty Grinder Highway, and the ABC Highway. Both were his brainchild in the 1980s, but sadly Tom Adams did not live to see the ABC Highway completed. He lived to see the Spring Garden, now Mighty Grinder Highway, completed in 83, but he did not live to see the Mighty Grinder Highway completed, which was completed in 89. Tom Adams died in 85 and the highway was completed in 1989. So he was Barbados' second prime minister. The bell is now ringing for 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock exact. Exact. I am out of here. 10 o'clock exact. And I'm out of here. Yeah. So, no leaving the church. Let me fetch the back here. So, thank you guys for watching now. Have a blessed morning.